Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, this is a public service announcement. It is more of a warning to all the Indian men who are out there, young Indian men, Indian boys, and especially if you're living in India. Okay, now I do not know the rules in other countries, but I'm pretty sure these rules are applicable to most other countries, even Dubai or even the West. Okay, I'll give you a nutshell of what I'm going to share with you. But however, uh, for the purpose of privacy, anonymity, and protecting the identity of the people involved, I'm not going to share screenshots or the video. Okay, so let me give you a background. And if you know information about what I'm talking, feel free to comment down below and give me your thoughts, because now it has become a public shit show. Okay, it's become a legal issue. So what am I talking about? I think 2 days ago or 2 days, I think 2 days ago, I have multiple WhatsApp groups, which I've told you. So in my WhatsApp groups, there are a few very active members who keep forwarding breaking news or trending topics or viral stuff. Now, I'll not give you their names. People who are part of my groups, they know who these people are. Okay, so this gentleman, who is really a good contributor, he shared a video, um, actual footage, not taken from Twitter, not taken from actual footage of a dance. I don't know, it was a dance program in a school or college, where this girl, Indian girl, wearing a black outfit. I suspect her age was somewhere 16 to 20, 16 to 19, that age. So this girl uh, comes on stage. I think it's a cultural show or it's a dance competition. And after she comes on stage, she starts performing what I can best describe as a erotic or a sexual dance. And what do I mean by that? She is shaking her ass. She is moving back and, her hips moving back and forth. And in the West, they call it twerking, wobbling your ass. And a mix of Hindi erotic sexy dance and the West, a blend of both with the Indian tune in the background. Obviously, when you're shaking your chest up and down and your ass and you're twerking, and it was done on stage publicly in front of everyone, and there were guys and girls. You know how college boys and girls are. When I was in my college, when you were in college, we were woo, yeah, and wow, woo, and whistling and all that. And you can clearly make out this girl has practiced a lot, and she has done it to show her so-called, I don't know, talent, and gain the appreciation and admiration of the people who are sitting there. And it was guys and girls who are actually sitting there. So this girl did her dance. Then there was another girl who came after her. The same thing. Again, she is twerking and she's moving her hair like this and like this, like as if she's. It's like a passionate, erotic kind of sexual dance. Okay. Now, when they shared it in my group, and one of them said, I'll just give you a background. This is supposed to be a cultural show. This is supposed to be a school function where you're supposed to show traditional dance or talent, or something like for example Bharatanatyam or something. But the problem, see, I'll tell you what the problem is. Even though there are traditional or religious dances which involve, like if you see like Kathakali or something, the girls are moving their head and their hands and with their traditional dress. There has been a potpourri, a kind of a infusion with Western music, Western dances, and the East. We saw this with Michael Jackson's Black or White, the girl dancing like a traditional Indian girl, and Michael Jackson dancing his best. We have even seen viral videos on Instagram and TikTok where the girl is wearing, there are three girls. I don't know, this is pretty viral. There are three girls, dark skinned, who are dancing a kind of a Bharatanatyam or something, but the music is a rap song. It's a fusion of rap and Hindi. So there has been all this mixture and fusion. And the reason why girls do this is for social validation, is for fame. You see so many young girls, and I've shared these videos and links. Young girls who are as young as 18 or 20 dancing like, this, like this, and they're doing, and you can really make out that they practiced to choreograph a 30-second clip or 10-second clip to the best of their ability. They really put passion. Now, here's the thing. Who are you doing this for? You're doing this for the general public. Why are you doing it for? You're doing it for fame. You're doing it for social validation, for likes, for comments. And if you're running a business, for example, your mother and father want to make you like a superstar. Once they manage your accounts, there are parents who actually encourage their children to do this, and then obviously sponsors come in with shoes or girls' clothings or accessories or computer peripherals or whatever. And there is a business transaction that goes on, like, okay, she will wear this shirt or she'll wear this brand or she'll showcase this mouse or drink this cold drink, and you'll pay X amount, or you'll give us a sponsorship for X number of things. So there is a barter deal. Okay. But this is the good side. This is the commercial side. The part that is dark, dangerous, and ugly is when you have sexual predators, when you have people who view every girl, irrespective what the age is, as a sexual object. And it's not just girls, they even target children, pedophiles. Okay. But here, in this particular incident, this girl, she's a college student. She's a young woman. She is dancing and showing her body. Showing her body in the sense, showing all that sexy movement to the public. What do you expect? A very simple logical question to you. If a girl is doing this, okay, suppose she's massaging her breasts and she is, feeling her ass and she's twerking and shaking in a very sexy way to an audience. What do you want the audience to think? Like when you're massaging your breast, do you want them to think, oh, this is like my mother? This is my sister. Wow. This should be my daughter. Do you seriously think when you are putting your hands and rubbing your breasts and twerking your ass up and down and thrusting your hips back and forth with your legs open like this, you seriously think they're going to think of Jesus Christ, Allah, or Lord Krishna, or Durga Ma? Are you going to think of something religious, spiritual? Are you going to think of God, values? Or are you going to think dirty stuff? I can understand when you show your talent, breakdance or whatever, okay. But the minute you start moving your private parts in a way that is sexual in nature, then you cannot blame people for viewing you as a sexual object. Now, where the problem actually occurs is one young student from that group, or two, or I don't know how many, but I saw two videos. took a video of this girl, both these girls dancing, and I think he uploaded it on Twitter or someplace. Okay, must be Twitter. So he uploaded this, and he put a, I don't know exactly, but I think he posted a comment. This is what the girls are doing nowadays. This is supposed to be a cultural event, which he is right. I'm telling you, he is right. I support what he says. If it is a cultural event, or it's a church event, or it's a Muslim religious event, or a Hindu festival event, and you're doing something like this, you have a right to say, this is what I was expecting, and this is what you showed, and you showed it publicly. Now, because he posted publicly and it went bloody viral, but it went viral for the wrong reasons. So now this girl has put a police case, apparently, against this guy, demanding that this video should be put down. Now, common sense should be that the guy, if he doesn't want drama, especially in India, especially with the rules, take it down. End of story. I don't think he took it down, which is why now it's become a police case, it's become a legal issue, and there is one side, she showed it publicly, this is freedom of expression. Now, why are you trying to demand, put it down? Why did you show it publicly? And she's saying, you're destroying my reputation, you're destroying my name, I've been slut shamed, I'm a choreographer, I'm a this. What choreographer? What? This is choreographing? This is choreographing? What? It's dancing. If, let's say, for example, I'm taking my hand and I'm massaging my masala dosa, which is down there. Okay. I'm choreographing. What? I just imagine a couple of kids are passing. I'm shaking my ass, being a male, shaking my ass, and I'm doing that. That is dancing. I mean, on one hand, yes, this man should be very careful. And if there's a request given, just take it down. Yeah, it's a bloody headache you don't want to get into. You're not wrong. But when you have laws designed to support women and empower women with the empowerment shit that they're doing, it's a double-edged sword. So unless you have lots of money and a strong legal team and you have the financial muscle power to take on this female, just put it down. But on the other hand, this female, I have zero sympathy for her. I have zero sympathy for her parents. In fact, more than that girl, I have absolute disgust, disdain, and dislike for her parents. It clearly shows the mother and father have done a pathetic job. That mother and father, they should be named and shamed. They should be ashamed that they are even alive. Because remember this girl couldn't have done all this training in secret. If her mother and father were strict, if they communicated with her properly, if they had imbibed the values, this girl wouldn't have done this. But because the mother and father are shameless, they don't have any values, and rather they are searching for clout, or they just are pathetic as parents, she did what she had to. See, I'm a father of a 5-year-old daughter now. And I have been very, very particular, very strict about how my daughter, they have these dance shows here where children put makeup, they put colorful dresses, pink and all that, and dance. And there is one segment they do religious dance and all that. There's one segment where these girls have to come up on stage, they'll put some music, and all of them stand in line, and all of them can dance free for all. This actually happened. It's in the temple. My daughter was like, it's a large stage. Like, if I'm standing there, this is the height. Okay. There are, I think, 8 girls, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like each, they come in groups of 8. And then there is a crowd that, claps, encourages them, their parents. And they have this habit of giving them flowers after they sing or after they dance to show appreciation. Like flowers, they give money. There's a garland of actual money clipped on. So my wife knows this tradition. I was new there. It's the first time I'm seeing all this. Now, I had made it clear to my wife, I don't want any sexual dance, anything. She told, this is a religious, fine. Okay. But this was supposed to be free, like free dance. Like you can do any dance. They played some Thai music, which I'm not aware what it was. And you could claim it was a pop song or a rap song or dig, 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 dig. So my daughter was just doing her normal thing. And, my baby, whatever dance, she saw some Lady Gaga's zombie. There's one black zombie or something. She was doing, she was doing some zombie dance. Okay. But the girl at the other end, who was the one who was getting the maximum screaming and fanfare and all that. And so I turned my head. I'm looking at my daughter and I turn my head to see what is this girl doing that everyone's screaming and everyone's jumping and all that. That girl, you're talking of a 4-year-old girl, was doing a dance like she's going to sit down, like sit down and go up and sit down and go up. And she's thrusting her hips front and back, front and back. She's going up and I was horrified. The people there, her relatives, and were she's shouting and they were laughing and they were laughing and like it looked funny because this is supposed to be a kind of a sexual dance, but they found it funny because she was trying to copy it. I didn't find anything funny. And I was very angry, very upset. And I looked at my wife and I wanted to see what is the reaction. And my wife also, she didn't like it. I looked at my daughter because obviously my daughter wanted attention because every child wants attention there. So I came and I continued looking at my daughter, kept encouraging her. And I told my wife, focus on the daughter. So the music was too loud. We couldn't communicate. So I just told her, just look at her and we gave her flowers. And so she felt happy. It was a short dance. And then the music stopped. And they all, bowed before the crowd. They gave them applause. My daughter came out. My wife was a little worried because I told her, I want to make sure that our daughter doesn't do any hanky-panky stuff. I didn't shout at her, but I told her, I don't want my baby, our baby, to do this. Religious dance, fine. I don't want crowds throwing cash and this and that. There are a lot of, village to village, there are these troops that go. Troop means TROUPE, where they perform like circus shows and all that. And there are bands and there are these really beautiful young women, but who do this sexual dance for cash. Okay. It's like to entertain the crowd who's drinking. So this girl from the poor family who was doing a dance there, I guess they found it funny, but I didn't find it funny. So the point I'm trying to tell you is this has become a global disease where they are encouraging young women to dance sexually, to dance. I don't know how you can call twerking as a dance or exercise which is appropriate for young children. And the West, their values are gone to the dogs, I'm sorry to say, where they have men dressed up as women, wearing sexual clothes. Actually, I've seen it with my own eyes, these videos, where these, I don't know, these transgender or whatever, they are doing a sexual dance. Okay? And children are sitting there and watching. And the parents are like, no, this is education. They are growing up. Even in my days, when there was a guy and girl dancing slow dance, and then they would kiss, like they call it puppy love, like lip to lip. I was not comfortable. This is not I'm sorry, but maybe this is acceptable for the West, for a boy and girl to kiss lip to lip. Small children who are 4, 5 years old. It's not, I'm sorry, but I don't consider this puppy love, because this so-called puppy love can become something really serious and demented if it is done. And obviously it will be done, because the parents are all there 24/7. And you're talking to a young man, not young, sorry, I'm not a young man. As a young boy, I was molested and raped. 7 years old. I have known girls, small girls, young girls, who had adults touching them inappropriately. As a small boy, I've seen it. I've seen a very dark side of what grown adults can do to children, and what children who are introduced to sex or to this dangerous world of sex, what it does to them, because they just don't know what they're doing. They don't know the repercussions, and they think it's love, they think it's feelings, it's a special feeling. They're just confused with all the bodily functions that are going. So the point I'm trying to tell you here is, it is a very, very, very serious matter. Very serious for our children. Coming to this, what this lady did, I don't blame the guy. I really don't blame the guy. Rather, I blame the female. And if her name spoils, which I really hope it does, I'm serious, I really hope her name not only gets destroyed, but she should regret that she ever did that. And she should be an example for all girls. Don't do this shit. I don't want her to go through any physical harm. I don't want her to be injured or anything, but I want her to feel the shame and the pressure of her act, because it's her action. She should pay a price for it. And more than her, I want her parents. Her parents to feel so much of emotional and mental distress that they correct this girl. And this college, I really hope that some serious action, very, very serious action, is taken by the parents or taken by the police or taken by the government. Because a college is an institute for knowledge, for building character, not transforming the young women of our society into sexual objects, parading their body parts and showing. Because what are we doing, man? Instead of studying, instead of developing talent, you're making them twerk their ass and show their boobs. And what is all this? There was one jackass under my comments. He's telling me, oh, look who's lecturing us on values, the guy who moderates a porn group. You know, what is the difference between what I'm doing versus what is happening, which I shared in the video? I've created a group, and please don't ask me to join. I get so many people who want to join. Sorry, no. Just no. I don't know who the fuck you are. You can't join. It's just the group members that I've known for months and years, above the age of 40, are there. And whoever's join. Nobody else is going to join. Whoever wants to leave, get the fuck out. And if the group doesn't work or there's no, I don't care, because I don't see the content. But no minor is allowed. No minor in the sense, no one below the age of 40. I just don't want, because I don't think you people are ready. If you really want, you're 30, even if you're 30 and you are an adult, there are enough and more porn sites. Go. Just now, before I make this video, old client of mine sends me message, hey, Mr. Loy, sir, how are you? Hey, this and that. Sir, I was your client a couple of years ago. Yeah, okay. So what do you want? Straight away, what do you want? A couple of years ago. Sir, can you make me join all your groups? Okay. That's not a problem. And then, I always have a protocol of questions, which I send him, rules. And then this young man tells me, "Sir, if you don't feel bad, don't take it offensively. I want to join your porn group also." Sorry? No, sir, I just want to, just entertainment. You are my client for personal branding. You are my client for resume rebranding, for coaching. Okay. So when did being my client mean you pay me money to join a porn group? So just because you paid me money, that means, yeah, you can be free, man. Come on. Yeah, okay, porn. Well, guess what? I blocked him. He's banned for life. He paid me money. I gave him a service a couple of years ago. He got in touch with me. If he said, I wanted to join your money investment group, okay, I want to join the bodybuilding group, okay, I want to join the general discussion group, okay, the debating group, fine. Why do you want to join the porn group? That means he didn't actually want to join these other groups. His actual agenda, maybe is sexually frustrated. He thought, oh, okay, I paid this guy money. He's my coach, he's my guru. Oh, a couple of years ago. I mean, where is your common sense, man? My concern is not as an adult if you watch porn. I want to be very clear about this. If you're an adult, you can watch porn. It's your life. You can masturbate, you can go to a prostitute, you can go for paid sex. You as an adult can do it. But what is my problem is underage children using Meta, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to upload content that is not appropriate, attract sexual predators, especially pedophiles, and for children to watch adult content which is not appropriate. When it's a 14-year-old, 16-year-old, 11-year-old boy watching 40 or 30-year-old women show their breasts and their ass, that is what I'm against. If I have to spell it out to you, if I have to explain it to you this way, there is something seriously dumb and wrong with you. And that is exactly what I gave that guy a piece of my mind. I said, if you are not able to discern the difference between moderating a porn group, that is being in charge of a group filled with adults who they are sending the content, I don't send a single thing. I just moderate in the sense, if anyone crosses the line and sends content that is not appropriate, you are out. Within that small little community, that is it, fine, you do whatever shit you want. Adult people, you're happy, you want to save all the videos, go ahead and save. I don't have time. I seriously don't have time. I mean, there's so many things. Right now, it is bloody what? 3:39 in the morning. I finished my client work. I was supposed to sleep, but then this came up in my group and I was like, need to share this. So if you do not know the difference between managing adults who are above the age of 40 in a group of adults who share, sexually explicit content between themselves versus what Meta, Facebook, Instagram is doing, targeting children, where there are no controls in place to prevent children from exploring this dark, despicable world, attracting sexual predators, and they themselves are uploading content thinking that they're going to be famous. If you can't see the difference between this and this, please, you should stop watching my videos. You should stop subscribing to my channel. I don't want you to interact with me at all. Just block my bloody channel, man. It clearly shows you lack common sense because you're so biased against me. You have so much of hatred towards me that anything I say, you'll twist it. I mean, do I actually have to spell it out to you? We are living in crazy times where young boys, there was even in my comment section, there was a young boy who literally argued with me, argued in the public. I don't want to put his screenshot, whatever. He's telling me what is wrong if females want to be prostitutes. And I'm not talking of adults. He's saying, what if young girls, he's from an Indian, if they want to be prostitutes, they are doing it for money. We men are giving the money. So I just asked him, how old are you? Then he was like, why should I tell you? So I knew that he was a kid. Okay. And then I said, listen, kid, what does your mother think about girls becoming prostitutes or having OnlyFans or showing? He was endorsing young girls showing all this. He's saying my mother is old fashioned. That's his excuse. Oh, your mother is old fashioned. You are the latest fashion, no? This is a problem with today's youth. But when I asked him for his name, when I asked him his details, he doesn't want to give because he wants to remain hidden. And when this young man grows up, this is exactly how he's going to be. Outside, he's going to show he's decent, but behind the wall of anonymity, behind a monitor, behind a keyboard and mouse, he will show his sexual deprived personality and he will target young girls. That is why these laws are being made because of men like these. And it's not just the men who are doing this, the few men, it's girls like these. It's really terrible. I'll just tell you. It's terrible what is happening. Young men are being targeted for no reason. That's one side. Young women are doing shit. And if after he uploaded her video, if she became world famous, if she was on television, if movies had approached her, she wouldn't have mind at all. She would be very happy. Remember, there was a South Indian girl who, when the camera came towards her, I don't know, she just lifted one eyebrow and this girl went viral and they were like, wow, she's amazing and all that. I was like, amazing for what? Just lifting her eyebrow. It was some before even COVID, I think. So these girls do all this. If they get famous and rich, they don't complain. But if that fame goes in the negative direction, oh, you're calling me a slut shaming. What is slut shaming? Why did you do that dance? Why did you wriggle your ass and thrust your hips and show your breasts like this? For what? What is that supposed to do? Is that what your mother and father do? Your father keeps thrusting his hips back and forth when he sees people. Your mother does, she does this like a cow in heat. Slut shaming, slut shaming. And then the worst problem, you have these desperate men. India's population being 1 billion, even if you have 1%, that's a massive amount of men who are sexually depraved, who, when they see a female, they act like they'd never seen. We have seen, no? So many white tourists when they come to the beach. How are Indian? Hey, camera. Hey. They act like they've never seen. Oh, goodness. That is why you have nowadays OnlyFans females from the West going to India to have all these men follow them on OnlyFans. So they can increase their clout. They're prostitutes. So many. I wish I could show you on my phone. I just have to scroll. And there's one female. There's some rap beat. Does stylist. Then there's some beat and suddenly she'll show herself topless, split second, and then she's wearing a night dress. And then this girl will talk. Can you stop at the right? How fast are your reflexes? And suddenly it'll split and she'll be showing, like lifting her dress and her panties. What? Yeah, what is this? Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. I'm sorry. This is such a shit show, man. Seriously. This is really a shit show. Girls are taking undue advantage. They will act like sluts, but when someone calls them out, then it's, oh, victim, oh, slut shaming. They really deserve the shit that they're going to get. This female and her parents truly deserve. I hope they get the worst. I don't want physical harm, but you need to pay the price for your actions. And with this young man who put the video, just avoid the headache. Yeah. Just take the bloody video down. Hell with it. This girl is anyway going to dig her own grave. I even spoke to one of the guys who recommends, IT stuff. He told me in his office, one fat, really bloated brontosaurus of a female tried to make a pass at one of the handsome guys, and when he said no, she put a case of rape or sexual deviation on him or something, and they made it a police case. Actually, he didn't. He doesn't have to lie to me. I don't want to give his name. Whatever. He's in his 30s. So thankfully, in their office, they have cameras everywhere. So when they traced back her story, she claimed that in the pantry or somewhere he tried to press her breasts or something. So when they took the video footage, they found that he was just standing there. She was, as usual, talking to him, and she was the one making passes. He refused and walked off. So she used that incident. Finally, after it seems 2 weeks, nearly 2 weeks of investigation and police this thing and all that, he was proved innocent. But he said the 2 weeks he didn't sleep, he didn't eat. Nobody wanted to meet him. He thought his career was destroyed. And this is a real story in India. So my request to all the young men who are not deviants, please be careful. Okay, in our private groups, you can share whatever the fuck you want to share. But outside publicly, Twitter or Facebook, whatever, remember you'll be held liable. So understand the rules and law of the country, and please behave accordingly. That's all I want to share with you. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. That's all I want to say. You guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.